Voyager to turn its camera back towards Earth, and it's what basically amounts to Earth's first ever selfie. And that picture was taken, and there was this pale blue dot.
The space community has been captivated by a revelation from astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson that Voyager 1, the pioneering deep space probe launched by NASA in 1977, has recently detected 775 unidentified objects while drifting at the farthest edges of our solar system. This announcement has not only reignited global interest in the Voyager mission, but also sparked vigorous scientific speculation about the nature and origin of these enigmatic entities. With Voyager 1 positioned more than 15 billion miles from Earth and operating in the uncharted interstellar medium, the discovery presents a thrilling and mysterious development in humanity's quest to understand the vastness beyond the planets. Before we start, smash the like and subscribe buttons for more updates. Voyager 1, now traveling through the region where the solar wind ceases to push against the material of deep space, is equipped with instruments that continue to transmit data back to Earth despite its remarkable distance. Among these instruments are plasma wave detectors, magnetometers, and cosmic ray sensors, each collecting information about the environment surrounding the spacecraft. According to Tyson, it was through a combination of these sensing tools that a sudden, statistically significant pattern was observed. Hundreds of discrete objects passing in proximity to Voyager 1, each producing a detectable signature across multiple instruments. These were not faint, ambiguous traces, but recurring patterns that could be measured, cataloged, and analyzed. The detection of 775 such objects in a relatively short time frame, believed to span just over several months, raises profound questions. First and foremost is the question of what these objects are. Are they natural? Are they composed of ordinary matter, or do they hint at a more exotic composition? The sheer number suggests that Voyager 1 is passing through a region unusually populated with material, far denser than what was anticipated based on existing models of the interstellar medium. Typically, interstellar space is expected to be incredibly sparse, with only a few atoms per cubic centimeter. The presence of so many objects implies either a dense cluster that had been previously undetected, or a population of transient bodies that are not gravitationally bound in a way that current theories would predict. Some theories posit that these objects could be fragments of interstellar debris, possibly remnants of ancient supernova explosions or primordial material that never coalesced into larger structures. If these are indeed natural objects, they could represent some of the most pristine samples of interstellar material ever detected, potentially dating back billions of years to the early stages of galactic formation. Each of these entities might carry the chemical fingerprints of its origin, offering invaluable insights into processes that took place light years away and eons ago. Understanding their composition could reveal clues about the evolution of galaxies, the distribution of organic molecules, or even the prevalence of prebiotic materials in space. Another hypothesis gaining attention is that these objects are not simply drifting in space, but exhibiting some form of trajectory that implies either directionality or interaction. Preliminary analyses of the data suggest that several of these objects altered their paths slightly in ways that defy easy explanation. While these deviations could result from natural forces, such as magnetic fields, charged particles, or even residual momentum, the consistency and timing of some of the changes hint at a more complex dynamic. That opens the door, cautiously but undeniably, to questions about intelligence or design. In the scientific world, speculation of extraterrestrial origin is treated with a combination of excitement and skepticism, but even raising the possibility requires the data to be thoroughly vetted. Voyager 1's data stream is slow and intermittent due to the vast distance and weak signal strength, meaning that each packet of information takes more than 22 hours to reach Earth. As such, the review process has been painstaking. Teams of scientists have been poring over telemetry, cross-referencing anomalies, and attempting to correlate the signatures of these objects with known phenomena. So far, no definitive matches have been made. The objects do not appear to correspond with known cometary bodies, rogue asteroids, or artificial debris. Furthermore, the patterns of detection do not resemble any interference or error that could be attributed to instrument malfunction, suggesting that the findings are both genuine and significant. The implications of this discovery stretch into the heart of astronomical theory. For decades, it was believed that the space beyond the heliopause, the theoretical boundary where solar influence ends, was relatively quiet, governed primarily by the gentle tides of interstellar plasma and the faint tug of distant stars. If Voyager 1 has entered a corridor of space that is rich with unknown objects, that could mean our models of galactic distribution need revising. It may suggest that space beyond our solar bubble is far more dynamic and populated than previously thought. Moreover, it raises the possibility that similar regions may exist throughout the galaxy, zones of unexplained density where unknown forces may congregate material. Among the many captivating possibilities, one of the more speculative yet tantalizing ideas is that these objects represent a kind of probe themselves, perhaps fragments or instruments sent out by other civilizations to gather data, much like Voyager 1 and its twin, Voyager 2. While such a notion remains purely hypothetical at this stage, the principle is not unfounded. Humanity has already launched multiple probes into interstellar space, and assuming any advanced civilization elsewhere in the cosmos had a similar or greater technological capability, it's not unreasonable to consider that other Voyagers might be traversing the void. The idea that Voyager 1, itself a symbol of Earth's technological aspiration, could be passing through a field of alien artifacts is both poetic and profound. Regardless of origin, the object's very detection forces scientists to consider new paradigms of space observation. Voyager 1 is, after all, a relatively tiny instrument floating in an immeasurable ocean, and the fact that it encountered this phenomenon by chance might suggest that such objects are more widespread than our previous observations have revealed. It could mean that Earth-based telescopes and space observatories, which generally focus on larger-scale phenomena, are missing an entire class of interstellar matter, small, fast-moving, and undetectable by conventional means unless encountered directly. What makes this event particularly mesmerizing is the silence with which it has occurred. These objects, if indeed numerous and widespread, have left no obvious mark on the night skies. No telltale trails of light or radiation that might betray their presence to astronomers back on Earth. They seem to belong to a hidden architecture of the universe, one that operates just beneath the threshold of human awareness, until now. Voyager 1, with its aging instruments and tenuous link to its creators, has essentially brushed against a mystery buried in the void. And that contact, brief and faint though it may be, opens an entirely new chapter in our understanding of space. Further intrigue arises from the pattern of timing. The detection of these 775 objects did not occur randomly, but appeared to follow a wave-like periodicity. Some researchers believe this may point to a structured field or a band of debris orbiting in a manner similar to planetary rings, but on a vastly larger and more diffuse scale. Others have suggested the possibility of gravitational anomalies that might be aggregating matter into invisible corridors. In either case, the implication is that space, even the deepest and darkest parts of it, may be sculpted by forces and events we have yet to recognize or comprehend. The scientific community is responding with both caution and urgency. New observational protocols are being drafted, aimed at reanalyzing older data for similar signatures that may have been overlooked. There's growing interest in designing missions specifically to explore these interstellar regions, perhaps leveraging next-generation propulsion and AI-driven analytics. Voyager 1 has inadvertently become a scout not only for physical boundaries, but for the metaphysical edges of human understanding. It has revealed that even after 47 years in space, the unknown remains vast, and often right on the other side of what we thought we had already measured. Every one of the 775 objects represents not just a data point, but a doorway to questions we didn't know to ask. If they are natural, what natural forces gather such a quantity into this particular location? If they are not natural, what purpose might they serve? If they are traveling, from where? If they are stationary, why here? None of these questions have answers yet, but each pulses with the energy of imminent discovery. For scientists, the mystery is an invitation to rethink, reobserve, and redesign. For the public, it is a reminder that space is not just cold and dark, but alive with motion, complexity, and perhaps intent. Voyager 1 continues on its path, unwavering and unknowing, its instruments humming faintly as they measure the deep. Behind it stretches the solar system, our home, our cradle, our point of origin. Ahead of it lies the infinite. And now, among that infinity, something else. 775 somethings. Their arrival in our awareness, thanks to the ever-loyal Voyager, is more than a scientific event. It's a cosmic encounter. One whose meaning, magnitude, and message we are only beginning to decipher. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Also, leave your comments below and tell us. What are your thoughts on Voyager 1 detecting 775 unknown objects in space? We want to hear from you. Thank you for watching and see you next time.